Are you trying to build the best team in Madden? Well, go today and avoid the packs and save some racks. Head on over, use code CC for 15% off. Hey, what is going on, Madden family? And it is finally time to answer the question. I feel like it's literally the most asked question I've ever seen. Which free golden ticket do we choose? Right now, there's going to be a couple caveats in here. I've used some of them I haven't used, okay? And I'm going to admit it. If I haven't used them, it's kind of hard for me to rank them, but you guys really want to see this. So let's get into this. All right. Now, we don't know the stats on the final golden tickets. Anthony Barr, Mr. Quincy Enunwa, and Brian Dawkins. We don't know how those cards look, okay? As a wild cards. Right, we can't really talk about them, okay? But what we can talk about is the rest of them, and we do know, and we've used quite a bit of them. And there's not like a global answer. And I know you want a global answer, but there's not one. Depending on how you play, who you have on your team, etc. Now, if you ask me, from a logical standpoint, I would always say take the most expensive one. But that's not always going to be true, especially in a case like this when there really is variations and differences and positives and negatives to each of the cards. What I would say, whichever card you take, be prepared to put abilities on it. Make him one of your 3 on offense or one of your 3 on defense, okay? Whoever it is. Use these cards to the best of their ability. You might as well, right? They are the best cards in the game. Now with that being said, the most important position in my opinion to take is quarterback, okay? Even if you're not a big passer, still the most important because you can get these extra abilities. Because there are going to be times when you play the game and you may need to pass. So that's where we're going. The number 1 spot is just quarterback. Now, which quarterback do you take? I personally only use Michael Vick. I really like the card. There are some downs that you guys could bring up. A, he's left-handed. That bothers some people. Fair complaint. B, he throws the ball in the back of people's heads sometimes. And there's no way around saying that. That is a thing that does happen. His ability set is, though, the best you can get. So that's a positive for him. Very similar to someone like Lamar Jackson, right? Also can get human joystick. A lot of people like the human joystick quarterback. A lot of people like to run New Orleans where they can run those Taysom Hill plays with a QB blast, or Carolina has read options and stuff like that. A lot of people want to use that human joystick quarterback. So if you're one of those people, Vic or Lamar, put them over there, pick them. If you're not one of those people, you've got your Cam Newton, who, me personally, I don't like the card. Because the way he audibles, it takes forever. It's just so slow, it would annoy me. RG3, which is also built very well, but it cannot get human joystick. And then Josh Allen. Now, me personally, on my no money spin account, I'm going to take Josh Allen. I've wanted to use the card. Why not, right? He's different than Vic, right? He's different than Vic. Cool. I'm going to take him and do it. If you want any one of the other quarterbacks and you don't care about human joystick, you could pick from all 5. Realistically, and do what you want. But I think picking a quarterback to me is the most important. Now, I've seen a lot of people say, I already have the quarterback I want. Maybe you already have Josh Allen, who's like 600,000 or 700,000 coins, right? But you want someone that's a little more expensive to take for free, which would make sense. That's a smart financial coin decision. And that's where next comes in. It's going to be Group B. Taylor Mays and Kelvin Johnson. To me, those 2 cards are impact cards on defense. The best users in the game. And I don't think it's close. Now, which one you take? That's really up to you, right? I use Taylor Mays as a sub linebacker for me. He doesn't really play safety. I let Kelvin just sort of be on his own. I think he plays really well there. I think using Taylor Mays is probably the better play. It really depends on what you do, how you use the players. I do think that Taylor May's Golden Ticket and Taylor May's Team Diamond are pretty close to each other. Now, there's a big block shed difference in the cards, okay? Big block shed difference. Otherwise, cards are very, very, very similar. If you look at Golden Ticket Calvin and the 96 Calvin, there's a big gap. There's like a pretty big speed gap, at least, in between those two cards. So that's why a lot of times I would tell people, maybe if you get Team Diamond Maze, then you just get Calvin instead. But I know everyone wants the best of the best. So I do rank Maze slightly higher than Calvin, but it's super close. Super, super, super close. Up next, Group C, we'll call it. Couple of offensive weapons. Julio Jones and Bo Jackson. Put them right there. Now, the reason I'm putting them there is because they actually do have comparable Ultimate Legend options. Randy Moss, Walter Payton. Those two cards are very, very similar, and they will play very similarly. Julio does get some better abilities than Randy. All right, he does a little bit better with that. So I kind of like him over Randy a little bit, but Bo and Walter are very, very similar. You guys see me play a lot. You see me use Bo Jackson constantly doing stuff. And I see a lot of you guys saying that my Walter or whoever, Barry Sanders, human joystick running back, does not do that. It's not all Bo. Some of it is me, okay? Bo is really good. I really like the card. I think he does play a bit better than every other running back, but it's close. It's real close, and at his price point, buying Bo versus buying Walter doesn't make sense. Get him for free, maybe, right? But again, you really need that. Same thing with Julio. If you ability any receiver, they're probably going to catch that same ball, most likely. It's a tough call. I'm putting those guys right there. If you wanted that skill position for the more expensive version, I say go for it. I say go for it. And I'm honestly going to put everyone else on the same level, okay? We're going to go through, just look at them, the list here. Because I don't feel like they're as important. And I'm going to go over the best part about the cards and the worst part about the cards, okay? We'll start here. Kelvin Benjamin. I use him. You guys see me use him a lot. Really, really good non-ability receiver. The best thing about him is his spin move. He's got a really glitchy spin. He drops balls still. Overall, at this point, he's a top 3 receiver probably in the game. Probably he's not 99 speed though. If you want 99 speed, don't go get him, right? But he's up there. He's good. He does stuff. Cool. Keith Bullock. Don't take Keith Bullock. Okay, we'll put him last. Brian Burns. I do like this card. I've used it 2 weekends, I believe now. I really like him. No abilities. He gets sacks. He makes plays. But he's got a super positive with his speed. Super fast. We don't know what Anthony Barr is going to be, right? As far as putting him in coverage, because maybe you're not always blitzing him. Maybe you're actually leaving him at linebacker. Maybe you play 3-4 odd, and sometimes he has to go out into coverage. He sucks at coverage. He's going to drop with the passes and do stuff. He sucks at coverage, right? Then we got Trey Edmonds. Don't know why you would pick this card either. No human joystick. He does play very well without human joystick. I don't know why you would pick him. Mike Evans plays very similar to most other cornerbacks in the games. Your Byron Joneses and cards you've already had. His price point is already pretty low as well. So I wouldn't, if you wanted to get him that bad, go buy him. Same thing with Zach Gentry. Price point is a little bit higher. I've used him. I did not use tight end as much this past weekend. I like the card. He did okay. If you would have told me that it was not him and it was Antonio Gates, I would have believed you though. Did not stand out. These guys we've covered. Calvin we've covered. Mr. LeBlanc, I haven't really ever done much with him. He's a corner. Same thing with Mike Evans. Taylor Mays we've covered. Cam we've covered. Adrian Peterson, put him in that Trey Edmonds area right there. A human joystick running back? Nope, he's not. You can't get it. A theme team card, I guess. I don't know. Troy P, very interesting one. I feel like people were probably thinking like, you should have probably put Troy P up in your list, up higher. My problem with Troy P is he's very much like Ryan Chase here. I do think he's the best middle linebacker in the game. I honestly do. But without abilities and stuff, he doesn't really cause a lot of fumbles. With abilities, he played fine. But he didn't play as good as Mays or any of these other cards did. He's a notch below. I think you've got Ultimate Legend Willis probably comes out and just is going to be the better card overall. But we'll see. Jalen Ramsey didn't get to use enough. Didn't get to use him enough. Made a lot of great plays. Made a lot of plays that every other corner would have made. The Night Train Lanes of the world. He would have made that play. Dion probably would have made the play. LeBlanc, Mike Evans, some cheaper cards. They would have made the plays. If you want Ramsey, go get Ramsey. He's not a 99 agility corner. And we get to Mohamed Sanu, quarterback we didn't even cover before. Kind of place him a little bit below there. I just haven't played with him, against him, hasn't done anything. I feel like when they built the card, they tried to make him a runner. And I feel like that was a bad thing to do. I mean, he's not expensive at all. At all. I want him for the Falcons theme team, I'll be honest. But I wouldn't use your money free card. He's the cheapest quarterback too, I believe. Is he? Just barely, but he is. The market sometimes will tell you if the card's good or not. The news card doesn't stick out, not special. Again, I would be going with one of these more expensive options. I'm just saying. But it is what it is. That's sort of how it's going to play out. That's how it's going to work. You got to deal with it, right? So hopefully this helps. Again, not all the cards I've used, so I can't give you this is how they played for me, but a lot of these cards really did play very similar to other versions of similar overall cards. Without abilities, they all play very similar. Okay, so use the abilities on these cards. They get 4 slots, custom slots. People tried to make them great. The gold, like if you said right now, I'm gonna get rid of every single card on your team, every golden ticket on my team, but one, I get to keep one, and I can never add another one, I would keep my Michael Vick, my main team. That's all I'm saying. Hopefully this helps. Hopefully you guys enjoy that. Get your free golden ticket. Have fun. Be great. See you guys later. I'm out. Peace.